Welcome to Friday Classics. Every Friday I'm going to send out a hymn with a bit of background for the hymn and a bit of a commentary on the words and then a little performance of the hymn. And it started because somebody the other day said, you don't do enough of the old classics. And I thought, well, that's probably true. Took me a while to get there, to be honest, but I like to do a mix of old and new. I've got a few hymns that I love to do, but there's such a wealth of great hymns out there that I've never actually really learnt. And so it's going to be a bit of a project for me as well to learn all these classic hymns and then to share them with you on a Friday. So if you're on the WhatsApp groups that I send out devotions, you'll get the link every Friday. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel and you'll get a notification if you hit that little bell every time the video comes out. And I'm using a book that was a gift to me from Reverend Francis Adai. I hope I pronounced that right. He is from the Methodist Church in Ghana. And I remember when I was minister at Mseni, he was here for a conference and we had a conversation. And he came back around a few days later before he left and he gave me this book, 60 Hymn Stories, Revised and Enlarged by the very Reverend T.K. Anderson. And so I hope that these short Friday videos will be a blessing to you, friends. And I want to start with a classic hymn called Abide With Me. The song was written by Henry F. Lyte, who was a Scottish minister born in the 1790s. He had a lot of issues with his health, but he was a hard worker, and he is thought to have coined the phrase, it's better to wear out than to rust out. And because his health was such a problem, it seems that he often wasn't at his church, and this caused a lot of problems, and members would leave the church and so on. And this really upset him, as you can imagine. In 1847, he wrote this hymn. And it seems as if he wrote it when looking at the words of Luke chapter 24, where Jesus meets the two men on the road to Emmaus, and then they say to him, abide with us, stay with us. And this inspired this hymn. And he died a short time after writing this. Obviously his health was not in a good place, and that gives these words special meaning, as we shall see. And so on his gravestone are written two of the lines from this hymn. Heaven's morning breaks and earth's vain shadows flee. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me. Now these are very meaningful words, and they do speak to us in times of death and struggle. They really do, because if you look at the first verse, he says, the darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. And so if all the other helpers fail and comforts flee, be the help for me, the helpless one, O Lord, and abide with me. Come and stay with me, Lord, and be with me. That's a beautiful prayer to pray in difficult times. And he was close to death, remember, so this was meaningful. And here how he talks about this feeling of being close to death. Swift to its close ebbs out life's little day. Earth's joys grow dim. Its glories pass away, change and decay, and all around I see. O thou who changest not, abide with me. What words? Even though I'm dying, Lord, you don't change. Even though everything else is decaying, you don't change, and so abide with me. Verse 3 is beautiful. I need thy presence every passing hour. What but thy grace can foil the tempter's power? Beautiful words about how God is with us every part of our lives. Doesn't matter if we're near the beginning or near the end, he is with us. Verse 4, he goes on to talk about how he doesn't fear any foes with God at hand to bless him. And ills and tears, sickness and tears don't have any weight or bitterness to them. Death has no sting. Grave has no victory. Those words come out of 1 Corinthians 15. And he says, I triumph still if God abides with me. Amazing words to write close to death, right? And then, of course, the last verse. Hold thou thy cross before my closing eyes, shine through the gloom and point me to the skies. And then these two lines which were written on his gravestone. Heaven's morning breaks and earth's vain shadows flee. Think of that crossover from death to life. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me. Amazing, amazing words. And so if you are close to death today, maybe these words will have special meaning to you. But you know what, friends? All of us are dying. All of us are close to death. The Bible says that our lives are just like a vapor or a mist, here today, gone tomorrow. And so these words can be meaningful for anybody in any walk of life as we consider life's frailty. But the fact that if God abides with us, stays with us, we have hope. And so I hope you'll sing it with me now.
Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. Earth's joys grow dim, its glories pass away. Change and decay in all around I see. O thou who changest not, abide with me. I need thy presence every passing hour. What but thy grace can foil the tempter's power? Who like Thyself my guide and stay can be? Through cloud and sunshine, oh, abide with me. I fear no foe, with thee at hand to bless. Ills have no weight, and tears no bitterness. Where is death's sting? Where grave thy victory? I triumph still if thou abide with me. Oh, hold thou thy cross before my closing eyes. Shine